Rapsody, I want to thank you for visiting with me today in your home state, in your hometown, or kind of hometown, right?
Right, kind of hometown.
As I told you when we've been hanging out for a couple hours, this is self-made. This is about me talking to people that I admire, that I think have done something truly special and in a unique way. And for that, first I want to cheers to you.
Oh, we gotta cheers that up.
Cheers to you and being self-made.
Thank you. Oh, that's so good.
Ugh. For you, music, when did that click for you?
Early. I was probably about 5 or 6 years old. I grew up in a house where music was always played, whether my mom was up on Saturday mornings cleaning, listening to Tina Turner, Patti LaBelle. She has a radio in the kitchen. She listens to music when she cooks. My dad and me would watch Video Soul together and record it on VHS, and we'd go back on Sunday and watch it again. They nailed a speaker out to a tree, so when he's cutting grass and we're playing basketball, music is always on. So I fell in love with music at a very early age. But I was like 5 or 6 when I knew I wanted to do it. And it was MC Lyte's Poor George video.
Wow.
You know, that's what's like, yo, that's a woman rapping. For me, that was the first time I saw a female. This was 2005.
Okay.
2005. So we have a meeting, you know, we get in the dorm conference room, it's 5 of us. And we talk about, you know, we're gonna create this organization, we're gonna go file it with the campus so we can have events and rent equipment for free, and we're gonna, you know, have shows in the middle of the Brickyard, which is the common area where all the students, you know, pass through for campus or go have lunch, and we're just gonna have rap battles and everything. So one summer, they decided to make a mixtape. And by this time—
They being?
The organization
Yeah.
that we created, which at this time we had about 30 members.
Okay.
And everybody did something musical except me, you know? So I went to the studio where they're recording this mixtape one day, and my homie, he looks at me, he goes, I know you right, so why don't you just get in the booth and just have fun with it? Like, this is the talk that he sits and has with me, and I'm just like, all right, you right. He's like, we're not gonna judge you, like, it's not a you gotta be good thing, we just having fun. So I recorded 2 songs.
Were you, take a step back, were you shy? Were you
Super
not?
shy.
So you were not comfortable? I mean, it's a big step to get in
Yes.
front and do something like that.
Right, it was, I remember the very first time I tried to rap in front of an audience, it was at a pep rally in high school. And I had spent 2 weeks rehearsing this 16-bar verse that I had wrote. And it comes time for me to spit it, and my mind goes blank.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, I had the worst stage fright. But being with them, they made me feel so comfortable because, you know, I didn't feel like I was alone at that moment. Like, I could look at them and they gonna back me up. Like, if you mess up, we got you, so it's cool. So they just made it easy. So at that point, it was just like, now I'm just getting into having fun. And even before that, like, they would have little rap battles and I would try to freestyle, and I'm terrible at freestyling. But they never like judged me, never picked on me. It was just like, you did good today.
But this is amongst your friends.
Just my
That's
friends.
what that was.
And that's what it was. That was my comfort zone. That was my circle. Earlier on, I think from the very first time I started rhyming until maybe like 2013,
Wow.
I was never fully comfortable with my voice, but I hadn't found my range yet. So in the early days, my voice was super high. And when you hear your voice, you're like, is that what I really sound
Yeah.
like? Like, even now, I can't go back and watch interviews, because I'm just like, why is my voice, am I that country?
Yeah.
Why is my voice so high? So, but on record, I found a register where I enjoy it now. And it's not so high, and I found how to play with my tone and when to make it low and when to make it high. So I've become way more comfortable in the way I sound. The next step was making good songs, I think, and learning flow and cadence. Because at this time, I'm just making music to make music. And then I meet Ninth around the fall of 2000.
Want to give up?
There were times where it crossed my mind, you know, where it's like, nobody's ever gonna respect me, I'm too lyrical. I'm not sexy enough, I might not be pretty enough to what, you know, they think is pretty. So, you know, it crossed your mind, it's like, maybe I should just throw in the hat. But I had to tell myself, like, you do this even if you weren't getting paid, so continue the course, and you have a purpose. Again, like, my nieces and nephews reminded me all the time. And two, like I thought about everything that the people in my circle invested in me. Don't let them down. So those are the things that really.
The Grammy. Did you think that this album would get a Grammy nomination?
No. And that's not because I didn't think it was good enough. I definitely think it should have. But I always looked at the Grammys as a popularity contest.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, you can have an artist that comes out and puts an album out, you know automatically, oh, they're definitely going to be nominated just for their name and their brand. And it's not has nothing to do with the music per se. It's just who they are. And I'm not a popular, my celebrity isn't to that level where I thought I would be recognized for the Grammys, that people would vote for me, you know, because enough people don't know me. That's what I'm thinking. So, you know, it was like, I know the music is good enough and should be, but.
You know, you mentioned ninth a lot.
Yeah.
It's a great thing,
Right.
but when I think of all the people I've ever met, not many people have somebody like that.
Right.
But you fully appreciate what he's been and what he's done for you.
Completely. He's protected me. He's taught me so much. And that's the thing, like, that I'm thankful. A lot of artists don't have that.
Yeah.
You know, they get in this business and they don't have somebody to guide them, to tell them what to look for, the do's and the don'ts, because he's already walked this path. They don't have people that want to genuinely protect them, their health-wise, mentally, and their art, you know. And so I recognize that because I've seen it. I've seen artists that don't have that, and I see what happens to them. And they're never happy people. And they fall out of love with what they're doing. And I don't want to be that.
Well, I have to say, Rapsody, I've enjoyed this. I'm a huge fan. I adore your music. My wife adores your music. I could listen to it all day long. I think you have a sound that's truly different and a voice that's different. It's very honest, and I love that. So to that, I say cheers.
Cheers
and
to you
to being
and I.
truly self-made.
Truly. Thank you so much. I adore you and this drink.
Thank you. Thank you.